weather on the daily now, and it is hot. So it's nice to be inside and hanging out with you all tonight. So let's kick off the show with a giveaway on the big wheel. If your name is on there, you are ready. If you're getting here a little late, that's okay. We'll get you added up on the next spin. Mr. Cram was the last one to get on there. So good luck, everybody. Here we go. All right. Thanks for the like down there, Kenneth Havard. Thank you very much, Kenneth. Appreciate that very, very much. Of course, we do not want to see any whammies popping up. No whammies. And that first winner is Rich Gilbert. Congratulations to Rich. He's an old friend around here. Nice to see him picking up a win. Of course, each week our first winner receives a free Magic download, a digital file sent to you. And of course, you need to hit us up to receive that. There's the email sliding on in, info@allthingsmagic.com. And we'll pick out something good for you, Rich. And that is a prize just for tuning in and being part of the show. So congratulations to Rich. Don't forget, you could be the next winner, but you do need to be on the wheel to enter. And to do that, just type in the word win, and it is that easy. So we'll go ahead and reboot the wheel here. Carl Andrews popping on here tonight. I see Carl just joined us as well. We'll get you added up to the giveaways. And Ray Coleman, I saw Ray popping on as well. We just missed the first giveaway there. All right. So as I said, friends, my name is Luke Dancy. I am a professional magician living out here in Las Vegas. And it is my job each week to bring you the best magic tricks that I've found for you. Some of these are brand new. Some of these are older pieces of magic that I've enjoyed myself or found that I think that you'll really, really like. We have a good little mixture of both this week. And thank you very much, Mr. Cram, for the like on the show. It means a lot to us. Thank you very much for that support out there. If you haven't done that yet, we would appreciate dropping in one of these as well. It shows us you're out there and lets us know you're digging what we're up to. All right. So one of the first things we do each week, we break down who is performing at the world famous Magic Castle. So I think we should stick with tradition, and we'll do that right now. All right, everybody. This week at the world famous Magic Castle, let's not just look at their social media. Let's look at the official Magic Castle website. If you've never been there, it is a private club in Hollywood, California, right outside of the Los Angeles area. And it looks like there will be some scheduled maintenance going on June 30th through July 8th. I'm seeing that at the very top of the page. So if you're planning on coming out, don't. Don't between June 30th and July 8th because they are closed. But lucky for you, this week there is a whole new group of magicians popping up, and there is some real talent at the Magic Castle. And thank you, Larry, for the like. In the close-up gallery, there is Dave Elliott early, Simon Cornell in the mid part of the evening, and late close-up when it really matters, Jared Koff. Jared, one of the most talented close-up artists in the world, taking over the close-up gallery there. Again, he's doing the late close-up gallery along with Simon and Dave. Zach Waldman, well, it's in Los Angeles, not in the area. Hi, Lou. Yes, thank you for the heads up on that, Zach, and for the clarification. I don't know why I think Hollywood and LA are different. They're kind of right there the same, right? Parlor Prestidigitation, Handsome Jack. We've got John Lovick, excuse me, Handsome Jack, doing the early shows, and Randy Pitchford doing the late in the parlor. It's cool to see Randy popping up in there. Palace of Mystery. Man, one of my pals out there, one of my favorite guys, Rudy Kobe. He is going to be there in the early, and then we have Carl Herlinger in the late. So be sure to check them out there. Actually, I take that back. Why does it have them on the same times? That's interesting. We'll have to check that out later. In the library bar, we have Mike Pashota. Mike is one of the best guys behind the bar out there. I really just want an excuse to say hi. Well, hello. Good excuse. In the Pillar Theater, we have Lindsay Benner and Gary. Hat and Hair, Nick and Bob, and Saturday and Sunday brunch parlor kids shows, Funny Eddie. Can you hear what I'm saying? There we go. So that is what's going on this week at the world famous Magic Castle. Thank you, Doug James, for the like on the show.
Well, thank you very much.
And Ken Dum says, funny Eddie, great guy, great entertainer, amazing family performer. And thank you, Doug James, for the 900 stars. Thank you, thank you. Also, some love coming in for Dave Elliott. John Carter says that Dave Elliott is the man. So be sure to check out Dave Elliott. He seems to be the man. All right. And yeah, Jared is an actual wizard. Fight me. I won't fight you because it's true. Jared Kopp is amazing. They're at the same time because the Palace almost always has multiple performers in the show. Duh. That would make a lot of sense because there's, yeah, duh. Again, Zach Waldman dropping in the, Luke, why didn't you know? Chris Oberly, talk about this new effect you're releasing, or am I just behind the news? Win-win. Well, there is some new stuff coming down the pipe for me, but not just yet. All right, friends, so that's what's going on at the Magic Castle. If you do want to check out that for yourself, get the times and days for yourself, visit magiccastle.com for all of the details there. Since I did just see Mr. Oberly popping on, I'll get you added to the big wheel as well. Put you down there as Obes. And Steve Timken, I don't think anyone would fight with you with that take. Damn right, Alex Saxon. Yeah. And let me get you added up over here as well, Alex. Nice to see your name popping up. All right. Richard Jones in the house looking for a win tonight. How we doing, Richard? Thanks for being with us tonight. Mike Hankins, another 500 stars from the Outback that he's having dinner at. Thank you, Mr. Mike. Appreciate that. Justin Tiemann, evening team. Oops. Here for a win. Happy to see so many friends doing it. How it's done this week at the castle. It's a good lineup at the castle. I must agree. And that is showing them how it's done. And Zach, along with the keeping me in check, is also looking for a win. You are added to the big wheel tonight, Mr. Zach Waldman. All righty. Good stuff there. As you know, it is each week my chance to bring you magic tricks, to bring you some great stuff. I have some old and some new. We're going to start with some of the new. And this first new thing that I have for you is something from Juan Pablo. Juan Pablo is a very creative guy, and I always enjoy his thinking because he's a very much a worker, and the stuff he creates is for people that actually want to go out and use his material. This one is called the GB Juan Bill by Juan Pablo. Why and what does the GB stand for? Well, the GB stands for Gaetan Bloom, because many, many moons ago, Gaetan Bloom put out something called the Intercessor, which was a very clever device for cards, playing cards, where you were able to tear off a corner that matched every single time. So you could do a really cool card to impossible location where the card with the missing corner appeared somewhere else, and the corner that they were holding that they tore off at the end, matched exactly. So Juan Pablo has now created a way to do that with bills. And it is very clever. And there's a nice little kicker that goes with it that you're going to see in the video. And I'll be back on the other side to tell you more about this. But if you're looking for something with money, as we all know, magic with money is very powerful and also just fits in your wallet. Carry this with you. Do this whenever you want. Very powerful stuff. And so, yeah, this is a updated version of that with a nod to Gaetan Bloom. So here, my friends, is the brand new GB Juan Bill from Juan Pablo. Check it out. And why is that not popping up? That's weird. Let me do that real quick. I have it right here. That's odd. I don't know why it didn't pop up. Very strange. Did I delete it? Did I delete it? Oh my gosh. Did I delete it? Oh my god. I had it queued up. Oh my god. That's not it. That's not it. I think I deleted it. Oh my god. So I'll just show you the video here. How about them apples? All right, here we go. Presents GB Juan Bill. So I'm going to turn that off. So basically what this is, and you'll see it kind of happening here, is a way to now to do the card with the missing corner appearing somewhere else with a bill, and you borrow the bill. So you have them hand you the bill, hand you the money, and then you are going to tear off the corner of the bill. So you're going to get the bill in your hands here. And I don't know why I can't make this full screen either. That's really weird. Anyway, you have them tear off the rest of the bill there at the end. So you hand it back to them and they tear off the rest. They keep the corner. They do keep the corner and you get the bill taken back. Now, what you're about to see does not have to be done this particular way. He's going to vanish the bill using one of our favorite friends, the old TT. But anyway, it's a very clean vanish and it works. And then he obviously has them look over here and you see in the wallet, along with some other bills, is a bill that is missing a corner. Let's see here. Thank you, Steve Z, for the 500 stars, by the way. And that is the missing bill right there with the corner that, of course, matches up exactly. Now, this is the next part that is a nice little bonus for this effect. Now, usually this stops here. That's the proof. Now, he puts the bill back. He takes the corner back, gives them a little blow, and now he's actually restored the bill as well. So you're going to learn how to do both of these things with this effect. So I think it's a nice full circle moment because a lot of times when we do a torn corner with the rest of the thing appearing somewhere else, we just leave it like that. Of course, if you want to have that appear elsewhere, like some fruit or anywhere your mind could think of with the bill that's missing in the corner, of course, that's just one of the other ways to do it. Instead of your wallet, you could have it there. This does come in 3 different versions, which is what you're seeing now. It comes in the dollar version for US bills. It comes in the universal version, which works for any bill. And then we also have the euro version as well. So this is something that is brand new from Juan Pablo that is meant for workers, 100%. So now you're able to do the intercessor type of thing with a borrowed bill. Not only that, you can also restore the bill at the end as a bonus to get that nice full circle moment. So yes, as you can see here, there is a US bill, euro bill, and universal bills is the drop down here next to my head. What we got here from Ken Dumb, having them finish the tear really cements the effect it creates the snapshot. And yes, you definitely want to let them do that last bit where they tear it off. Very smart. And yes, nice restoration. And I think it's a nice idea to actually do that at the end because otherwise you just have a bill with a missing corner. And while it's proof, it doesn't, I don't know, to me it just shouldn't end there. So I like that he went an extra step and did that. So if you are familiar with Intercessor, the gimmick you're getting is similar but much smaller. And that's the thing. Intercessor is great for cards because obviously it fits with your deck of cards. This fits in your wallet. It's very small, very easy to get in and out of play in order to do the torn bill part. Okay, so that is something very important to note too, is the gimmick is nowhere near as big as the original Intercessor. This is very easy to keep with you and do whenever you want. Edmundo in the house says win. He is looking for a win, and we will get you up on the wheel. Let me just drop the link in the chat for you guys if you are looking for the GB Juan bill. And again, the GB stands for Gaetan Bloom because he is inspired by the one and only Gaetan Bloom. So there we go. And I don't know why there's 2 of me now. Let me just get this one off the screen and get this one back on the screen. There we go. All righty. So that is that. And Edmundo, I did say I'd get you added up on the wheel. So let me do that right now. If anyone else is looking for a win, I got you covered too. Edmundo, I'll just put you on there. It's Edmundo. All right. I do the Gypsy Switch to return the bill. Yeah, you could totally do that as well. I've used the Gypsy Switch for a long time as well with the switch for the corner. And that's the nice thing with this one, though, is they can actually tear off the corner and keep it. So now you have to do any switches. There are no switches with the brand new Juan bill, which is cool. As always, if you guys have questions about any of the things we're talking about, don't forget to drop those in the chat. I'm here to help, not just yap and tell you about stuff, okay? One other thing I wanted to let you know about right off the gate, these are officially back in stock.
Oh, yeah!
Back in stock. This is Shine 3.0. This is the light bulb that you can have turn on and off at a moment's notice. It's totally under your control, and it is the Edison type bulb, so you can see through it. And there's been a lot of love for these and a lot of demand for this. And so I wanted to share that here, that now these are officially back in stock. These are very bright as well. If you wanted to incorporate this maybe with the new Firefly that just came out, that would work as well. But it is a totally examinable bulb. So you can use it to do things like revealing playing cards, just have the concentration of the bulb turning on and off while someone else holds it. Use your imagination. and it will take you far. You will light up your magic performances with this. And yes, there is a remote access for this. And again, you can examine the light bulb as well. So there you go. That is, again, back in stock magic around here.
Oh, yeah!
With Shine 3.0. All right, from Mr. Bond Lee. Good stuff there. All right. Yeah, and Gaetan Bloom is super creative. He's one of my favorite creators of magic. Indeed. All right. Timothy Ambrose in the house. Win from Tim and Holly Ambrose. I see you down there, Mr. Timothy Ambrose. I'm going to get you added up over here. I will actually do that. Timothy and Holly. All right, Ambrose. I'll put you both down on there. All right. A lie detector would also make a whole lot of sense for Shine. That is very true. All righty. So along the way, of course, if you have questions, don't forget to ask them. One of the questions you might be wondering is, how do we do with the thing below here? What is this? How does this work? So that is for our stars. Now that only counts stars. We also take super chats on YouTube. We also take raffle tickets, entries as well for our big magic giveaways each week. And so let me actually put the raffle ticket link in the chat since I just mentioned that. That is popping in right now. Tonight's big giveaway is going to be for a $115 Rebel wallet. Now, if you've already won this before, we'll sub it for something same value, so you can still get in on the giveaways tonight. Beautiful wallet, probably the thinnest and smallest card to envelope on the market. And it's got some of the Bonzalopes as well from Dave Bonzel, which are very cool. So you get the nice moment where the card is sealed inside of an envelope, which comes from this very slim and nice leather wallet here. These are from Tannery, the same company that produces the Colt 52s that I've been using, the deck holder, so you don't have to bog down your pockets with stuff. Beautiful wallet. Oh, I love that smell. So these retail for $115. You get the wallet. You also get some of the extra stuff along with some of the envelopes to do the sign card to wallet in there. So that is good. Jason Gray says it's a good wallet. It is an excellent wallet from Tannery. So we get that and a mystery bag of magic to go with it. If you want to win that, you can enter for as little as $5. Almost $200 worth of magic for $5. Seems like a great deal. Get in now. Super chat, stars on Facebook, and also raffle tickets. We do need to hit a certain threshold to meet that goal in order for us to do the big giveaway. So help us out. We appreciate that very much. And Brian says he bought 3 right before the show. Thank you for the support, Mr. Brian Cornwall. Appreciate that very, very much. Speaking of friends out there, I mentioned John Shack a few moments ago. Let me see if he is still with us in the chat tonight. He is still here. John's been very busy. He's been doing a lot of great performances lately. One of them is his Magic and Merlot monthly thing, which is very cool. And I actually have a clip to share with you from Mr. John Shack, where he's performing something that we are proud to have here at the All Things Magic shop. And it's nice to see him out there having fun with his audiences. So let's have a look now together at Mr. John Shackelford, aka the Shack Attack, performing something from the Odyssey release that we have here. Odyssey is the magazine that Chris Philpott put out that has 10 different things you can do with it. Has the 100th Monkey principle built into it. And this is the Drunken Monkey principle. And thank you, Mike Miller, for the 500 stars. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
So let's have a look at John Shack and a unsuspecting spectator.
You already had a glass of wine? Yeah. Have you had more than one? You've only had one? Okay. I'm going to try to make the effects of that more intense. Can you read that?
I maintain hope.
Okay. Can everybody else see that? Okay. That's not good enough. I think we actually. Ooh, this couldn't be any better. Okay. Can you read that?
The gimlet?
The gimlet.
Ooh, tasty.
Nice. Got a drink. That's good. Okay. Let's see if we can make those effects stronger. Can you read that?
Singapore Slim?
The what?
It says Singapore Slim.
Okay. Can you guys read that? Okay?
Yeah.
Singapore Sling.
Yeah. Okay.
Didn't know it.
What about that one?
It says mimosa.
Is that what you really see, Valerie?
Read it.
Miso.
What is it?
Mamaso.
What?
Mama.
Can you guys read that okay?
Mimosa.
Okay.
Good guess.
What
What store did you go?
what is this?
Toplicum?
What did you say? What is this?
Is this tequila?
What is that?
Thank you for the work.
You guys read this one okay?
Tequila.
And then
It gets better. It gets better.
I don't want to pronounce that either.
Can you try?
My TD?
Can you try again?
Titty titty?
You guys read that okay?
Martini.
Titty titty.
One last one.
This is good.
Just read it.
Who hangs?
What? Can you guys read that okay? I think we can all take a page from this, relax, and you can come up with your own conclusions of what just happened. Thank you for Have you already had a glass of wine? Yeah. Have you had more than one?
So good stuff from John Shack. Of course, perfect setting for this because the show is at a wine bar. I believe it's a wine bar because the show was called Magic and Merlot. So she's already had a glass of wine or something to drink. So putting this into that environment seems like a no-brainer. So great idea from John to incorporate that there. Definitely fits well with the setting there. Very smart to do that. Such a strong effect. 100th Monkey Principle. Seriously, one of the best modern releases. Crowds love it, and it's basically self-working dual reality. Great performance. They all loved it. Cheers to that. Yes, they did. Good stuff. And you can see John's having a good time as well. And the other cool thing is with the effects where they can't read something and then everyone else can, there's a separate section in the magazine where it is normal. So if they were to come up afterwards and go, man, can I see that again? You just flip to the other section and they actually are the real pages now. So it would really throw them off. So that's great stuff. That again is called the Drunk Monkey. That is just one of 10 different things you can do with Odyssey from Chris Philpott. And yes, we do have Odyssey for you if you are looking for it right here. I'll drop the link in the chat for you. So always looking out for our friends out there, especially when it comes to seeing them do great things. And that is what John Shack is doing on the regular. So there we go. Mr. Lawrence looking for a win. How we doing, Lawrence? Our buddy up there in Canada. Alrighty. All right, let's get you on the wheel. Also saw Jason Gray looking for a win. Jason, I just did that for you right now. You are good to go. And Bruce Robinson also, hello, friend. How are you? Get you added up over here. You are ready to rock and roll. And almost missed the Monk Man. How we doing, Monk Man? Always good to see you. And Tom Cracker, you're above. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That in my chat here. And Tyler Fergus. How we doing, Tyler? Let me get you rocking and rolling over here, Tyler Fergus. All right, Tyler Fergus, you are ready. Going to Magic Live. I will, Zach. Being here in Las Vegas, it's in my backyard. I will be there. Hopefully, you'll be joining us in Las Vegas for Magic Live. I'm not performing so much at Magic Live, but I might be having a helping hand. You might be seeing me around the convention, helping out some of the Magic Live team for some stuff. Still working on those details. Thanks for the love, Luke. I picked up that trick from the best magic shop in the world. On the world. The best shop on the world? I'll take it. Appreciate the support, my friend. Just got my ticket. Thank you for the support out there. Love vids. And thank you, Gary, for joining us. He's still chasing down a win. How are we doing, Gary? One of these days, we're going to get you hooked up with a win. It's coming, I'm sure. All right. Let's now jump into our pro tips section. Pro tips. This week's pro tip is about a topic that I've done a little bit of homework about this week. And I put together a little rundown list of things that I think are important for you guys. So the main topic tonight is about why transitions matter with our magic, going from one effect, one trick, whatever you want to call it, to another. The thing is, we all practice the tricks that we do, but be honest with yourself. How often are you practicing going from one thing to another? There is space in the middle to fill. Are you filling that space the right way? And that's what we're going to talk about right now. I've put together a few little tips and things to think about because, again, rehearsing tricks is great, but we do one thing and then we do another thing. Are you connecting them? Is there a way to get from point A to point B? Because that's where the real magic happens, right? So why do these transitions matter? Why are these things important? Well, they set the tone for what you're doing, and more importantly, they keep the momentum going. If you're performing and people are having a good time and you're just rolling from one thing into another, it really makes things just flow. And that keeps the momentum, it keeps everything just fun and good. Whereas if you have downtime, even if it's for a few seconds, people could then look at their phone, they could talk to someone, they could be disengaged, and it really keeps everyone engaged. And yeah, you do need a good flow and rhythm, as David Furst says. So that's important to know. Also, again, that the silence that could come in the middle, there could be some just like cricket moments. There could be some awkwardness in there. We don't want that. And we want everyone to feel like something important is going on in the show, in the experience that they're getting, right? So it makes everything feel seamless, but also feel more professional, instead of just doing something and going, I don't know, what should I do next? Literally, I've seen people do that. Okay, so what should we do now? Isn't that our job to tell people what to do? Hungry and Hungover says, Rocco Solano, let me just turn off my auto remove there. Rocco Solano said in his At the Table lecture, the space between notes makes music. If it was all sound, it would be nothing but noise. This stuck with me. You need to pace everything and have flow. Very, very smart. Very true. Edmundo says, storytelling is a great way to transition. Yeah, to get from one point to another. For sure, storytelling helps. So there are different types of transitions that we can do too, that we can practice and kind of put into action. Verbal. What are the things you say between the tricks that you do? What are these things that you know that you're going to say, right? One of the things we actually talked about on here maybe a month or so ago was Popstickle, which we're currently out of, where it's not a transition moment, but it's a moment to kill time when someone's doing something, when they're inspecting and looking at something. Pop Hayden has this thing called Popstickle, where you literally from your pocket, you just bring out a popsicle, you start having ice cream, it gets laughs, it breaks up the moment, and then he just puts it away like nothing ever happened. So that's a great moment, even in the magic, even when you're performing, to take up the time when something else is happening over here. Things could still be happening, interaction could be happening with people over there. So that is also important. What are your hands doing in between transitions? Are you resetting something? Are you putting something away? Are you talking with your hands? Are you ditching something? Are you getting ready? Are you palming something in? These transitions, getting from one point to another, we could also be using those to do the secret stuff, or at least getting things in and out of play smoothly. So it looks like everything is just happening as it should be, right? And more importantly, from a psychological standpoint, are you keeping the audience engaged? Again, there is nothing worse than doing a trick and the reactions are going, and then everyone starts to fall off that excitement from the moment that magic just happened. And then it's, okay, now what? Right? So we want to make sure we keep people engaged to set up the next moment of something amazing that's about to happen. So soft scripts, doing a little bit of scripting is a good idea, to have these things already at the ready, things that you want to do or say, but you don't have to stick with that. And that's where this comes into the thing here, which is great. Mike Hankins says, I've always had that jazz approach. I'll then do a what you said just reminded me of something. Then I'll do the next effect. So yeah, I definitely think the soft script is a great foundation to have to work with. But as Mike said, also jazzing, because that also brings in some of the things people are talking about and things that are happening around you. It makes it feel like everything's happening in the moment. So that's another great thing to think about, right? Bruce says storytelling works for him. Very good, very good. And then also, just the same way you script your patter, which we talked about in the past, kind of having a direction when you're performing, not just making it up as you go, which you can do as well, is great to also think about that with your transitions, not just with the trick, but getting into the next trick is also something to maybe kind of script loosely, as we just talked about. So there we go. And then they're also the perfect moment for misdirection. These transitions are the moments when you could be doing things secretly. That could be the misdirection to secretly get something that you were hiding out of play, or vice versa into play. So you could also use it for misdirection or resetting the trick or getting the next trick ready while you're doing that. So the next time you're practicing, the next time you're in front of the mirror or your camera or just in your room by yourself, we all do it. Don't just run through the tricks. Don't just run through the effects that you're going to do. I would also recommend running through the transitions as well, running through everything as a whole, so that all of the experience that you're doing is rehearsed and ready for your audiences. So that's kind of how you go from being just another magician that just does tricks to an actual performer. When you take the tricks and the pieces of the puzzle and you build the puzzle, that's when you get to be performer status. So there you go. Those are just a few ideas from me when it comes to performing. Each week, I've really been trying to bring you kind of tips from what I'm doing out in the real world. And even tonight, in just a little bit, I have to run down to the Strip. I'm doing some magic down on the Vegas Strip tonight. So I'll be putting some of this into action there as well. And it's actually funny when I perform sometimes and people are recording it, they know my script. They know exactly what I'm going to do. So sometimes they'll even do it and kind of do it in a playful way to make fun of me, where they'll be saying exactly what I'm going to say before I start performing. It's just, we do the same thing, right? Because we practice it and we do it so many times, right? Ken Dum also says having a comedy callback that works between tricks helps it all come together. That's a great idea as well. That's the glue, right? Having some callbacks is also great. And it doesn't just have to be comedy. It's great. Comedy is a great thing to add to magic. But you don't just have to use it in a comedy way to do callbacks. You could also use it in a more magician way for callbacks too. But in general, that is a great idea as well. So there we go. Having an outline, yep, great idea in general, isn't it? Just to have this whole big outline of what you want to do. It may sound basic, but misdirection is really key. If you can control where they look, you can literally do anything where they aren't. Yeah, misdirection is our friend. We could definitely use it to our advantage, 100%. So, David First, love pro tips, real gold nuggets. Thank you very much, David First. I do my best to try to think about these things, and this week I put a lot more thought than I have been, because I know that these have been some fun segments to bring our friends. Speaking of friends, I also wanted to show this from Rich Gilbert. He posts really fun images each week before our show. This is one Rich created for Taco Tuesday tonight of him on the Vegas Strip with two gals, not dressed up as showgirls, but as taco girls. So I'm gonna give it up to Rich Gilbert for that. I love the creativity, and thank you for sharing that with us, Ken. Not Ken, Rich. I was seeing Ken Dum's name. So thank you very much, Rich, for sharing that. It's always fun to see what you have up your sleeve each week. And speaking of friends, again, Steve Zelke, 500 stars. Oh, my God.
What the hell?
Thank you.
Oh my God. No way.
So I think, friends, that will wrap up our pro tips section. If you have anything else to add to the topic of transitions with your magic, getting from point A to point B, and the stuff that happens in the middle, feel free to drop it in the chat, and we will bring those up as well. But that's it from me for this week's pro tips. Alrighty, so hopefully that helps you out. Brandon Burton, I see you over there looking for a win, all caps even. We'll go for Brandon Burton. I'll put your name in all caps too. How about that? There we go, Brandon Burton. You are on the big wheel tonight. Speaking of tacos, what's on the menu? On the menu is enchiladas. The famous Jamie's enchiladas are coming my way soon. I'm looking forward to that very much. Ron Jackson, I feel it helps to use those off moments to be human. I'm not sure if I'm explaining this right, but it's a moment to relate to them. It helps to be relatable. And yeah, that was our pro tip about 3 weeks ago, was about being authentic and relatable to your audience as well. So yeah, I definitely think that that's a moment where we can also get a nice connection with the audience and let them know that we're not just going through the motions, but we're actually there and we're doing something for them in that moment. So there you go. Alrighty. You got it, Scott R. Smith. Definitely try my best to bring you guys info. You know, it's not just about info about the tricks and the stuff, but also info as magicians. Some of the things we might not even think about, you know, because we're too busy worrying about doing the trick and doing it right and making sure that we fool them and entertain them. And even when I perform, I tell people, you know, a lot of people think as a magician, I'm just here to try to fool you and trick you. But in reality, I'm here to just get to know you and have fun. And let's see what happens. And that really breaks the wall down from people thinking of this challenging moment of this guy or this girl. They want to perform for me just so they can get a one-up on me. They can trick me and fool me. And now, I got you. If we can strip that away and have them know that we're there for the right reasons, that, you know, if they're there to watch magic and we're there to give it to them, if they know that we're there for that reason as well, then it breaks down the wall where they're trying to challenge us to try to figure out this thing that becomes a puzzle. Because unfortunately, a lot of magic becomes puzzles to people because we're so, not everyone, but there's so many people that are so, they make it known that they're just doing what they're doing to try to show how clever they are and try to force it down their throat that they can trick them. I think sometimes that's not helpful for us when it comes to trying to connect with the audience. So we should be on the same page, right? We're just doing something that they don't understand. And that doesn't mean we're better than them. It just means that we can do something they don't know how to do, you know? So and being relatable in general is always a good idea. So as I always say too, don't take yourself too serious. You know, we're doing magic tricks. We're not doing anything saving the world or anything like that, right? I'll leave that up to other people. Bring enchiladas to your gig and everyone's happy. No, not tonight. Can't bring those to the gig tonight. Going to a hoity-toity place tonight on the strip, so I cannot bring enchiladas where I'm going. That's for sure. I gotta get in a suit and head on out here shortly. So there we go. Arrogance. Yeah, that is the word, arrogance. We don't need arrogance with magic because then we're not magicians. We're just assholes. And people don't like assholes, right? Even though we all have them. It doesn't mean people like them. We just practice something that they never thought to practice. There you go. Exactly. That's a great way to put that as well. Very, very well said, Ron Action Jackson. I'm actually going to bring that here up on the screen as well so everyone can read that. Very true. All right. So I have a few people to add to our giveaways tonight. So let me actually, I think I had another video queued up. Let me go ahead and play this other video of another trick because I have some raffle tickets and stuff. And then on the other side of this, I will do our first giveaway for our supporters. Super Chat, friends, stars, and raffle tickets. So let's take a look at another trick. I did mention this loosely last week, but we never looked at the video. This is new magic from Adrian Vega. This one is a whole lot of fun. This is something he actually performed on Fullis not too long ago, and we did share that on our website. But this one is a pack small, play big effect for a bigger audience. And I am going to bring that up for you real quick, and then we'll bring up the video, and then I can do all my stuff behind the scenes to get ready. It is called Killer Blank Prediction. And again, Adrian Vega, great performer. I talked about it loosely last week. Didn't really have a chance to show you the video because we were cramming in so many other little reviews and other stuff. So let's go ahead and look at that right now. New magic from Adrian Vega, and we'll do our first giveaway for our supporters after this. Here we go.
Good to see you, boy. This is a great trick. It's really a great trick.
Hello everyone, I am Adrian Vega, and please welcome to Killer Blank Prediction. This is a perfect and professional routine for stage, parlor, or even close-up. this is my personal approach to this amazing effect where you're gonna throw 3 different paper balls to 3 different spectators that they're gonna think in any card in the deck. At the end, you're gonna show 2 deck of cards, you're gonna destroy the one that they don't want, and in the other, you're gonna show that all the cards are blank from both sides except for the selected card, the only card printed in the deck. But not only that, at the end, you're gonna have this amazing killer ending that when they open the paper balls, they're gonna find the selected card printed on that balls. I'm gonna teach you everything about this plot, so I hope you enjoy this killer black prediction.
Another Spaniard. Damn you all.
I think that pretty much says it all at the end. Good old, my guy, good old Penn telling him like it is, right? At the end there. So that is new magic from Adrian Vega. I like to say it like he does. Adrian Vega, performing fullest magic now that you can do as well. And I'm just grabbing 2 more names real quick from our supporters out there. And thank you to everyone who's purchased some of those raffle tickets so far or donated stars over on the Facebook as well. And I do believe I see Steve Timken as well over on the Super Chats. Let me just grab these last 2 names here. I had Ken Havard and Scott Sandoval. I want to grab their names as well because they are also looking for a win tonight. So Scott Sandoval, let me get you added up over here. And while I am actually doing 2 more names real quick, I'm just going to play this quick video. Shared this a little a week or 2 ago. My new trick Spectra is coming up soon. Here is a little bit of a teaser for you for that. Alrighty, so that is something coming soon from me. Want to let you know that is still coming your way in the near future. Tim Silva, let me just take away the hiding part here so I can read this. This is a little bit of a longer message. Luke, I've always enjoyed your streams for years because of the sense of community and hearing you and other workers talking about tactical and mindset tips. You keep the magic community alive. Well, Tim Silva, damn, does that hit me good. Thank you. Thank you very much for the kind words out there. I really do try my best to be consistent with it because my consistency with magic has been here since I was a kid. I have consistently loved magic, been obsessed with it. As I always tell people, I'm not just a magician, it's who I am. It really is who I am. Even when I'm not talking about it and doing it, I'm still a magician through and through, right? So, Tim, that really hit me good. So thank you. I really, really appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Appreciate it. And yes, it's Hungry and Hunger versus well said, Tim. Agreed. And thank you again for being part of that ride. You know, I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Can't wait to get your new trick. It looks absolutely amazing. The music and demo is beautiful. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, you know, all good things, the good quality things take some time, you know, and so we're getting there 100%. So what I have for you is something that I'm proud to not just rush and just push. Because let's be honest, we see so much magic just being pushed and rushed, and that's just not what I want to do for you. So it's been a labor of love for Spectra, which is what it is called, friends, if you haven't seen that. Mike Miller says, it's the best family in magic. Well, Mike, come on, man. Thank you. That's very sweet of you to say, and it means a lot as well. So thank you. You're a magician thanks to discovering the magic of Larry Jennings. Yes, as a young one, it was definitely Larry Jennings, had a lot of influence over the magic I had fun playing with and creating, and he really inspired me a lot. So you got that right, Alex. Tim Silva, I've been listening to you since Plugged In, so happy to see see you thriving and broadcasting still. Okay, I'm done. Just wanted to help share the positivity. Appreciation. Yeah, Plugged In is a podcast I did, 10 years ago, I guess. We're getting close to that, maybe a little less. Plugged In was not a magic podcast. It was just about positivity and mindfulness and things that I like to try to, and sometimes I don't do a great job, but I try my best to live. And it's nice to know that you've been with me since then, Tim. That's really cool. Yeah. All right, so I'm thriving in the positivity now, and it really does hit good because friends, not every day is a good day. Today's been okay. It's been very busy, but it's been another wild ride, as always. So those nice words, those nice thoughts mean a lot. They definitely mean a lot. Give me just a sec. I'm just making sure I don't miss anyone else. Mike Miller also donated some stars on Facebook. So let me just add him. Steve Z, I got you. John Gardner, don't want to miss you, and Mike Hankins as well. Let me just add these. And as you guys know, I'm a one-man show, and I never want to leave anybody out because that's just not cool. You guys are kind enough to show your love over here, so I got to show you the love. Back in John Carter as well. I see your name. I see you, John. John Carter. I think we are all set. All right, friends. Thanks for your patience while I do my best to catch up with all that. Thank you for holding on there. All right, friends, as I mentioned before, this is for the people that have supported the show with the super chats on YouTube or the stars over on the Facebook or our raffle tickets that have been coming in. And yes, I did get you. I have all of the names, and I'm going to come back and do just one quick refresh, but I should have all the names of the people. And I think someone just donated some more, actually. It was Scott R. Smith. So other than Scott, I had everyone else caught up. So let me just add Scott. Thank you, Scott, for the love out there. Appreciate you, my friend. All right. Let me just add you. He picked up multiple entries here. So pardon me while I give him his multiple entries that he is due. All right. Scott, you are ready to win tonight. So there we go. Steve Timken, glad to be part of this tight Magic family, even if I'm usually just the weird uncle. Hey, man, it could always be worse. Yeah, we all need one, right? That's funny. All right, so thank you again to Scott. So we will go ahead and jump over here now for our first supporter giveaway of the night. So let's see who that will be. All right, good luck, friends. Here we go. Here we go. And Scott not only got in last second, but he also slid on in with a win. So as we always do, we want to be sure to give him a congrats.
Congratulations!
And we want to now give him a choice to keep the prize that he already won, or he can go for the big prizes on our bonus wheel. Scott's not usually one to press his luck around here. He doesn't like to gamble too much with the whammies. So let's see what Scott wants to do tonight. Usually when other people win, he tells them not to press his luck. But he says respin. Does that mean you want me to pick another winner? Is that what you're saying over there, Mr. Scott? You want me to choose someone else to give it to some? All right. Well, Scott has spoken. Thank you for that, Scott. Appreciate that very much. So let's go back over to our other wheel here. So Scott said to pay it forward, in essence. So we definitely need to give some W Scotts in the chat. Everyone that is here, show some love to Scott in the chat because he is literally paying it forward to one of our lucky friends out there. So let's definitely fill the chat up with some love for Scott. With that said, here we go. And we have Eric Elmore. Now, I know Eric at the beginning of the show said he had to go at some point because it's been a long day and he has to get up early. So Eric Elmore, will give him a few seconds here to say his piece if he wants to press his luck or if he wants to keep the prize. Now, if he is not here, though, I will go ahead and add up a countdown timer here. We'll do 30 seconds. And we'll get rid of that. There we go. And, oh, he's here. So let me just get rid of this because I was going to bring this up. But we'll go ahead and get rid of the countdown because Eric is still here. And now Eric needs to tell us what he'd like to do. He can keep the prize that he already won, which I've got right here, actually. Got this right here. Or he can go for the big prizes. So Scott says, don't press it. Don't press it. But Eric says, Scott, I'm pressing it. So here we go. He said it, so that's what we're going to do. All right, everybody, we have a big old wheel full of prizes and the same number of whammies. So it is a 50-50 split. There's some great stuff in here, along with some not so great stuff, which of course would be the whammies. So if it does land on a whammy, unfortunately, for that spin, there will not be a winner, which we do not want to see. So we've been doing pretty good recently without hitting any whammies. So hopefully that trend continues here. Let me just come back over here, and we're going to shuffle this up a little bit. We've got book tests, we've got store credits, we've got magic tricks, we've got stuff all over the place. All over the place. Indexes, and looking at some minimalism. We've got magic with ESP stuff. We've got an incognito pad, a $100 incognito pad. We've got all sorts of stuff in here for you. So let's go ahead and see who the winner, not the winner, but the prize that we land on. Because I'm saying prize because I'm sending out the good love to Eric. Good luck. Eric Gilmore, let's go. It is 50-50. Doesn't matter if we have 5 prizes or 30 like we do now. It is a 50-50 split no matter what. It's like red and black on roulette, right? So. Let's see. And it's going to be clear. And I know that we gave away one of those recently, but I don't think that was for Eric. Be Clear is a very cool gimmick where you have a lighter that becomes clear, and you can have things appear inside of it, and you can do it visually, you could do it kind of on the down low, but either way, it's a very clever and practical gimmick that you will use, and it is something you can put in your pocket and use when you're in social situations or just doing walk around. So there you go. That is called Be Clear. I think those sell for $40, if I'm not mistaken, about $40. So you're going to get all the gimmicks to do that, which is very cool. And of course, you do not have it. Okay. I know that we gave one away to your spades recently and someone else, but he does not have it. So that is good news. And that means that Eric, you need to claim your prize. That is the email address. And as a reminder to all of our friends that are winners on our shows each week, our giveaways last for 1 week. So if you don't claim it within the 1 week period of time, we can no longer validate the prize. It is no longer good. So don't let that happen to you. Okay, so again, congratulations. All right, so we will go ahead and reboot the wheel. Hopefully we'll be seeing this again. That'd be cool. Let me go ahead and reboot that up. And if you are just joining us tonight and you want to be on this wheel, which is our free prize wheel, this is for everybody to get in for a win. To enter that, all you need to do is say the word win in the comments, hit that return button, and you are ready to go. Of course, if you're watching this on your phone, all you need to do is just hit enter at the end of your post there. All right, so that is that. That is that. Okay, so we will be doing another free giveaway as well. And I also wanted to show you something. I know Steve Z is here, Steve Zelke. Steve is one of the organizers for the Gateway Close-Up Convention, which we gave away not an entry, but we gave away a registration last week for one lucky viewer, and that lucky viewer was David First. He wins a registration worth $200 to this convention, which is coming up in early 2026. This is the date right here, March 26th to the 28th. And it is right outside of St. Louis. It's in Collinsville, Illinois, I believe. And the rate does go up to $250 after the September 1st date. And thanks again to Steve Z for that last week, for letting us give away registration. Here's the lineup, including myself. I'll be lecturing and performing, along with Randy Wakeman, Chad Long, Kevin Kelly, Danny Chang, Jamie Ichiana, Steve Freeberg, and Steve Myers, and a mystery guest as well. So it's going to be great to see some friends there, including David First. And there is a special event, an Ed Marlowe 40 years later event, which I don't know what that'll be, but we'll find out together. And here is the link to the convention for more details, registration, and all that good stuff. Speaking of Steve Z, I also wanted to share this that he posted, which is hard to watch, but we were doing some pro tips earlier about things to do. This is something I don't recommend that you do. This is something you should not do. And again, this was originally shared from Steve Zelf. So that's just hard to watch, right? So, I'm not even going to talk about what he's wearing. That's, maybe a family show or something. But you're doing fire, and then you have a rabbit appear. And he's not even looking at the rabbit when that happens. He's just going on with what he's doing. He eventually looks down to get him out. But yeah, that's not cool, because that could have actually really, and it looks like the rabbit didn't like that very much either. So I'm not laughing at this because honestly, I don't think this is funny. This is kind of like bullshit that I kind of hate to see it. So yeah, don't do that. That's something that you shouldn't do. As Mark says, cutting it a little closer. Yeah, a little too close, right? I got a little oof from Ryan. So yeah, almost bad. So yeah, I'm not making fun of this. I'm saying it's terrible. So yeah. So there you go. That is something not to do in my humble opinion. Let's not do that. All right. No bueno. Yeah. I just thought it was funny. Bunny nuggets, hot bunny nuggets. Ah, come on, man. I get it, but at the same time, like, let's not perform that. Let's not be like that. Yeah. Let's not do that. Look at me. Oh, is that rabbit on fire? Oops. Yeah. Right. Let's go to some good magic. How about that? And yeah, the way he handles the rabbit too. Yeah, not a lot of professionalism going on there, right? So let's go ahead and jump into our throwback. Each week we like to feature a magician from the past. Some of the people, last week we showed Matt King, who's still with us, but when he was like much, much younger, even before he had the plaid jacket and stuff. This is Doug Henning, who I don't think we've ever actually featured here. This is Doug Henning doing a nice little close-up segment on one of his TV specials. And it also gives me a chance to officially enjoy the famous Jamie's enchiladas, which have arrived, nice and hot, nice and fresh from the kitchen. So I'm going to enjoy my enchiladas while you guys also enjoy Doug Henning, which I'll do. I'll keep an eye on the raffle tickets, Super Chats, and Facebook stars. We'll be doing at least one more giveaway for you guys, and we'll do another free giveaway. So if you haven't yet, be sure to do that. Say when to be added to our prize wheel, and we'll get to another giveaway after this. So let's enjoy together a little bit of Doug Henning. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Doug. What's your name? Francie. How are you? And what's your name? Steve. Francie and Steve. Good. Thank you for coming up to assist me here tonight. I'd like to take you all back to the time when I first started out in magic. I was just a kid, and all I had to work with was my empty hands and a few ordinary objects. And I used to perform for my friends sitting around the table. And I'd like you to be my friend sitting around the table tonight, okay? Thank you. Now, in order to do magic, you must develop certain skills with your hands. It's like learning to play the guitar. I have a little saying I kind of keep in my mind. It's that the difficult must become habit, the habit easy, and the easy beautiful. And then it really looks like magic. But first, you have to practice your exercises. And I'd like to show you a few exercises that I used to do when I was younger and still do, as a matter of fact. Last year, I did one of the largest illusions in magic. I made a live elephant vanish. And I can't get any larger than that, so this year I decided to do the smallest illusion in magic. An illusion with a little tiny cigarette paper. Watch closely. Now I'd like the two of you to assist me in a very wonderful illusion with a pack of 52 playing cards. Here are the cards. I'm going to have each one of you select a card, just like this. We'll have it returned to the pack, and I'll mix up the cards, and we'll find your card in a very mysterious way. Would you like to pull out a card, please? Just reach out there and grab one, look at it, and memorize it. Would you take a card, please? And look at your card and memorize it. Now, it's Steve, right? Yes. Yeah, would you also take a card for the audience? Just pull it out and lay it flat on the table in front of me. Fine. It's very important you remember your cards, okay? Now, I'm going to have each card returned to the pack. The first card, it's your card, right? You know what it is? Yeah. We'll put your card somewhere near the bottom of the pack. That's right about there. Now, it's your card, okay? And we'll put your card right down near the side, like that. And the last card is the audience's card. That one right there. And we'll put that one right down there near the bottom, okay? Everybody memorizes their cards, and we're all cool. Now, I'm going to mix up the cards, and we'll find your card in a most unusual way. I think you'll agree. Now, first of all, let's use the audience's card. I'd like everyone at home just to concentrate on your card. Did you see the one I held up for the audience? Yes. What was the name of it?
10 of spades.
The 10 of spades. Watch the 10 of spades, because people think that the mind actually has the power to make physical objects move. And if this were the case, it would look something like this. Watch. And the audience's card was the 10 of spades. Steve, let's try your card now. Do you remember what it is?
Jack of diamonds.
The Jack of diamonds. Steve's card is a Jack of diamonds. Steve, hold up your fingers and wiggle them a little bit. Let's see if we can make the Jack of diamonds work. A little bit harder. Wiggle, Steve. Yes, yes. You're a very fast wiggler there. It's moving quickly. There we go. And look, your card is the Jack of diamonds. I'm going to make your card more difficult to find than anyone else. And to show you that nothing is connected to the pack at all, we're going to cover it with this clear plexiglass dome, okay? What is the name of your card?
7 of diamonds.
The 7 of diamonds. Watch. Look. The 7 of diamonds. You can take the cards, put them in your pocket, and keep them as a souvenir, okay? Thank you very much. It's very easy to destroy something like a cigarette paper. You don't feel too bad because it's very inexpensive, but to destroy something like a beautiful silk handkerchief is a little bit more risky. So I'm going to try to do an illusion with a silk handkerchief, an illusion of destruction with this handkerchief. Before I do that, we have to find the exact center of the handkerchief. And that exact center is right about there. Now, I'd like you to take the scissors, if you would, please, and cut, excuse me, not cut, create the illusion of cutting, because you wouldn't want to damage this beautiful handkerchief. Create the illusion of cutting right through the center of that handkerchief. Yes, just create the perfect illusion of cutting right through the handkerchief. Thank you. Put the scissors down now, and I think you've created the perfect illusion. Do you see two halves of a handkerchief?
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty good illusion because I even see that too. But, you know, the senses can't be trusted. They can be distorted by all kinds of things, and they don't really give us a true picture of reality. For instance, do you know what? We haven't actually cut this handkerchief at all. You don't believe me? Well, watch. Well, I'm really getting warmed up now, folks, so we're going to go for broke here. I have to borrow a gold ring. Do you have a gold ring that I could borrow? Steve, hold your hand right out on the mat, and I'm going to dump into it 6 Canadian silver dollars. We only need 3 for the first part of the experiment, so I'll put the rest of them right inside the little bag. 3 silver dollars and a gold ring. Now, the gold ring actually has the ability to attract silver, okay? I'd like you to keep your eye on the gold ring in this hand and the 3 silver dollars in this hand. You'll hear them being attracted. You won't see it. Are you ready? Listen. Did you hear that? Look, one of the coins went right over and attracted to the ring. Now I'm going to try this with another coin. Did you hear that? The second coin went right over. And the last one is the most difficult of all. We got it. 3 coins attracted by the gold ring. Now I'm going to do this once more, using 3 coins at once. This is the most difficult. In this hand goes the ring and 3 silver dollars, right? In this hand goes 3 silver dollars. Steve, do you remember what's in that hand?
3 silver dollars.
That's right. Do you remember what's in the other hand?
3 silver dollars in my ring.
That's right. Now watch, my hands never approach each other. I just wiggle my thumbs. And it's done.
There we go. That is the legendary Doug Henning performing a few close-up pieces there. The legend that we have lost, right? We've lost a lot of great people over the years, but that is why I love to do these segments each week, is to keep their memories, their legacies alive, as if they were here with us now. Channing Pollock, who we featured a few weeks ago, inspires generations even now with the dove work, right? The type of magic he did there. So love to see those greats, and it's always fun to see them with you guys out there too. So there we go. And it is cool when they have live music, right, backing them when they're doing the magic. That is a pretty epic thing as well. So there we go. Doug Henning, a one of a kind for sure. And yeah, after that, we went into the David Copperfield TV specials. Yeah, Doug Henning inspired Copperfield 100%. So, yeah. Orlando Rodriguez, what's up, fam? Win-win, please. I heard a rumor, Orlando, and by the way, we'll get you on our giveaways. Orlando, is it true that today is your birthday? I heard a rumor. Let me just confirm that rumor with good old Facebook. Facebook is usually the spot to see when friends have birthdays. And it does say birthday today. So everybody in the chat, let's send the love to Orlando, who is celebrating his birthday right now with us. So let's give him one of these. Happy birthday, Orlando. All right. Yes, got the Orlando happy birthday coming in from Mr. David first. He was the first to say it. Happy birthday, Orlando, coming in from Ken Dum as well. The birthday boy in the house tonight. Nice to have you with us, Orlando. Looking for some more love from you guys out there for Orlando. Come on, where are you guys? It's the birthday boy. There they are. It's a little bit of a lag. Happy birthday, Orlando, coming in from Hungry and Hungover. Got the birthday love coming in from Brian Cornwall. There we go. Ray Coleman sending in the birthday cake next to those exclamation points. Happy birthday, Orlando, from John Marshall Goodyear, from Larry Colombo. Happy birthday coming in from Mark Coleman, another birthday cake dropping on in. Jason Gray, little party emoji there. Happy birthday from Gary Edwards as well. Oops, there we go. Alex says, happy birthday, Orlando. I thought you were going to say that you heard a rumor that Orlando lived in Orlando. Well, Orlando is actually, I think he's moving to Florida. I don't think it's Orlando, but he is moving down to Florida for a job there. So. And Steve Zelke, another 500 stars. You are too kind, sir. Thank you very, very much.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, cupcake love coming on in from Andy Falk. Nice to see the happy birthday love in the air. You got it, buddy. Kenan says happy birthday from Texas. Tejas love in the house as well. Cool. All right. So I've been adding up names. I've been keeping an eye on you guys behind the scenes, and I think it is time to do another free giveaway. And I see Jeffrey Allen has also popped in with a raffle ticket entry. Thank you, Jeffrey Allen. We'll get you added up as we speak. Let me do that right now. You were all set. And let me go ahead and get us ready for another free giveaway around here, friends. Let's do it to it. Orlando says, I did live in Orlando for many years. So there you go. He actually has a connection to Orlando. Orlando has a connection to Orlando. You know what I mean. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and shuffle up the big wheel. Again, this is for everybody that's here tonight. And I do want to make sure, just double checking. I do have Orlando. Okay, just wanted to double check. And Jeffrey as well. I know Jeffrey just did some tickets, and I have him up there too. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's see who our next free winner tonight is going to be. Steven, I missed you. Hold on. We're not going to, hold on. We're not going to see who that winner was. But Steven Silva. I don't want to leave off Steven. I'm not going to leave off Steven. So let's let it go around. I'm not going to lie. If it is Orlando, we'll give it to Orlando too. So let me see who that was, because I did not do that either. That's weird. Still got to get Steven on this, so hang tight. Okay, so I didn't do that. That was Larry. So unfortunately, Larry, we're not going to do that because I did say that. So let me come over here and add Steven Silva because I'd like to be fair. All right, so there we go. All right, let's go ahead and shuffle it up now. This one is for real. I can't do any more last moment entries. Let's go. That's weird. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Get out of here. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Did seem like a haunted wheel. And our winner is John Marshall Goodyear. Congratulations to John Marshall Goodyear.
Congratulations!
All right. So, John Marshall, we are going to hook you up with something good. Drop us an email to claim your free prize. info@allthingsmagic.com. That is the place to do that. And I always want to make sure that I remind everybody it's 1 week that we offer you these prizes. If you don't take us up on that, there is no going back. That is that. So congratulations again to John, our next free winner around here. He is here. Woohoo! Let's give him one of these. This looks good. All right, John. There we go. And Orlando with the like on the stream. Orlando, we're all liking you right now because it's your birthday. But thank you for dropping a little like on the show. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. All righty. So John is the man of the moment. And we'll go ahead and reboot this. There we go. All righty, friends. There we are. Got a couple more things to talk to you about, including some magic. I wanted to bring you a little bit of news, a little bit more. There is a new tour coming out from a magician that I just plain like. I like this guy. I'm talking about the one, the only, Justin Willman. He just started to announce his One for the Ages tour, which has a lot of dates. We'll talk more about those in a moment. But first, let's have Justin tell you and not tell you what you're going to see. It all makes sense. Here you go.
Hey everybody, Justin Willman here, Magician Dude from Netflix. Guess what? I'm here to announce a new tour featuring a brand new show. That means all new material. And I don't want to spoil anything, but there's going to be... There's going to be... At one point, this giant inflatable is going to blow up, and people from the audience are going to... And they're going to be like... And then I'm going to say, everybody look in your... It's a... It's crazy. And then at the end, it comes out on stage. It's an all-ages show. Bring the kids, bring the parents, leave the kids with the parents, have a date night. All that matters is you get your tickets today. Because I'm telling you, it's going to be one for the ages.
Well, damn, I think the only place missing on this list is Las Vegas. Justin did come here last year for his show, and I'm not sure why that just did that. There we go. But it doesn't look like Vegas is back on this list, but he does have quite the list starting on June 12th. So a couple of days from now, kicking off the tour in Columbus, Ohio. So if you're in that area, then going down to Kentucky, over to Oklahoma. Wow, quite a few dates in Oklahoma. Jealous. Arizona, Phoenix, so close to Vegas, Phoenix. He's in Phoenix for a few nights. Then he's back over to Virginia, Ohio again, Kentucky, California, Sacramento, San Diego, San Angelo, Texas, a whole bunch of Texas and other dates. I'm not going to bore you guys with those. And even in Canada, a couple dates there in Canada, Montreal, Toronto as well. And back to Charleston and Florida. So there we go. If you guys want to check out his dates to see if he is near you. Let me just add him here. And there we go. Justin Willman tickets. You can get those. The link is in the chat. I've seen Justin's show was it a year ago when he was here at the Venetian. Great show. And as he mentioned in the video, it is a all ages show. So you can bring the kiddos and have a good time. And you'll be very entertained from Justin Willman. So big fan of what he does and just who he is. He's a good dude. So support him and Live Magic. If he's coming your way, I highly, highly, highly recommend it, okay? So that will be good as well. And I got that. And then I also wanted to also take a quick peek at the Chicago Magic Lounge. And I wanted to see who was going to be appearing here now. June 9th, close-up show, Benjamin Barnes, Paige Thompson, and Rebecca Spector. Tuesday, June 10th, they got a private event. So the venue is actually closed to the public. So you cannot go to the, that's tonight. Never mind, you're watching this, so never mind, but they're closed. They're back open tomorrow with the Spellbinder, who's been blowing up online, actually, social media. So he'll be there. And then Thursday, Michael Kent, Michael Dardant, Justin Purcell, and Jan Rose is the MC. So that is the Chicago Magic Lounge, a very cool venue that I've not yet been to. I want to go to, but it looks like a laundromat, and it's a hidden place, a theater and bars and all kinds of entertainment there in the Chicago area. So be sure to check that out if you are in that area. And they have new talent like the Magic Castle every week. And as we mentioned last week, there's another new venue popping up soon in the Chicago area as well, a $50 million venue that's coming up soon. So that's going to be amazing. So lots of good magic popping up there as well. So there we go. Alex says, Benjamin Barnes is awesome. Good to know. Great guy and a great magician. That's a good combo. Very good combo there. All right. Love to see that. A couple other little things I wanted to tell you about as we start to wind down. As I mentioned, I do have to run down and do a performance tonight, so I can't stick around a whole lot longer. Actually got to get out and do some performing. But I did want to also show you, this is a very cool new calculator thing, and it does only work on iPhone, but it works on borrowed phones, which is the best part. This is called Calculator 2.0. And basically, you're able to change the numbers on a calculator to words. And I'm going to see if I'm able to play this full screen here. I can't. I don't know why I couldn't do the other one. This has got a really cool moment too with there's like this, the phone seems to be like bugging out, and then you get the visual change. So here comes the 2.0 version. Again, this is done with a borrowed iPhone. So this is kind of what the effect is. Numbers, you get this kind of like, it's like it's shorting out. And then you have the word appear. So he's going to actually kind of perform it there. And then you have numbers appearing on the calculator. Again, that's their phone. That's not his phone. That's their phone. And then you get it to do this moment. And then it ends up changing into the word for the person's card. In this particular version, they can name any card that they want. No equivocating, no force. You put their phone down and you get the numbers to appear, and then you get it to change into the name of the card that they just named. So there you go. You do not have to use NFC if you don't want to. You can use the borrowed iPhone. This is not an app. I do want to say that, but it does only work with iPhones. So there you go. I'm going to speed through this a little bit so you can kind of see the moment. So he has the person name a card right now. He puts the phone down, and then this starts to happen on their phone. The numbers start to appear. He says it's like a code, and then the code will end up representing the cards. You get the moment of this happening. This then happens, and then seven of, I think it's a spade, 7 of spades, and then it goes back. And there you go. So that's a very cool new thing that just came out. It's called Calculator 2.0. It's a download. And again, it's not an app, but it is a digital download that you can get. So that is new and that is cool. This is also something that is not new, but it is very, very cool. I used to use this a lot. And the reason I say I used to use it is because these haven't been available very much, but they're available now in red and blue. So you basically come out with your deck of cards, you take out your cards, put your cards down, and then you close up the box, and then you show that the box is now a miniature card box. And how in the world did those cards come out of this box? And then if you want as well, you can take the deck and you can shrink the deck as well, if you want to do that. If you have a table, if you have the space, you can then shrink the deck and then have the cards grow back visually. And I believe this one predates the Diminishing Returns, that deck, by a few years. And the cool thing with this one too is the deck part that happens is not a full gimmick deck. It is not a full gimmick deck. It's just a gimmick you add to your deck, so you can still use the deck for other tricks. And here's kind of a visual look at that as well. And I don't know why I can't full screen that one either. But you get the moment where you shrink the box and then you show the deck. How could that fit in the box? And then you're able to take the deck itself and shrink the deck. And you can take out one of the little cards as well. And then you say, oh, well, not much I can do with that. Let me just bring the deck back to normal. And then you do, if you want to, you could cause a visual moment where the card grows back, which is really cool. So there you go. And again, it's not a full deck that's gimmicked. So that's very cool. We do have these in red and blue. For me personally, when I used to do full-time walk-around stuff back in Charlotte, this was my opener. And it is fantastic. This is made very well. And the gimmick that you get to do the deck part too is also very well made. So you do get both of these. We'll put the link in the chat again. Red and blue is the option. So put that there for you. If you want to grab that, it's another good one. When I worked at the bar, I would do that as an opener, then pull out a condom. There you go. As David first says, this is an oldie and it's great. It is great. And again, I saw these pop up recently. I'm like, holy shit, I got to get these. Because also I want one for myself. Because the material that my old was made out of, while it was not cardboard, it ended up breaking down. And I'm like, damn, I need another one. So now I have another So that is new. And then this is also fantastic. I have to say, after seeing the praises of this, and as Ken says, yeah, it's a classic for a reason. Yeah, the shrinking deck is a classic for a reason. Agreed. This is freaking awesome. If you guys have not seen this, this is not brand new to the market, but unfortunately they've been unavailable for a while. And so for us, they're new. I just dropped a card, so I'm trying to kick it out of the way. This is fantastic. So basically, if you wanted to, you could borrow a pen and do a pin through bill. The type of pins that are used too look really good. You get the blue one and you get the black one. So these are Bic pins, Bic style pins. And so basically it looks like an everyday pin. The pin is not gimmicked. What you get with it is the gimmick. But I want to tell you, everything you know about pin through bill is different with this. I know we all know, oh, okay, I understand the method for the pin through bill, but this adds an extra layer on top of that, which makes it damn cool. And for $25 as well, you're not just getting the black or the blue. You're not just picking, oh, I want black or blue. You get both pins. You're going to get the gimmicks in black and the blue, and you get the pins. You get 2 black pins and 2 blue pins as well. This is a great deal. And when you see the method that's used, I think you're really, really going to appreciate it. It's not often that you can take a classic like the pin through bill and actually add on to it. But this one is that. They've actually taken something that was good and made it even better, which is cool. So link in the chat for that as well, the gifted pin. Orlando says, I love gifted. It's always with me. Yeah, it's really smart. I think you will really, really appreciate it. And there's also adds, because it's a little different, it adds, you're able to do extra moments, extra displays that you can't do with the traditional pin through bill gimmicks. So yeah, it's F-bomb approved. Yes, sir. I would agree that is F-bomb approved. So yes, let me just mark that here. F-bomb approved. Yeah, it's great. Very, very smart. And again, for $25, you're not just getting one or the other, you're getting both, which I think is great. So that is another amazing piece of magic tonight. So there we go. Let me just pick up my cards. Because when I was trying to be all fancy, I dropped my cards. I'm doing Triumph over here. Doing more Triumph. There we go. All right. I'll do my Roadrunner call. Beep, beep. All right. So, as Orlando says, I think it is the best pin through bill there is. Yeah, it's really good. And again, I really like that the pins look like regular pins. And again, they are. But I like that you can perform this with pins that you don't think look unnatural. So there we go. All right. And there was one last thing I want to tell you about before we do our giveaway tonight. Definitely something I wanted to answer a couple questions. This is freaking awesome. Also F-bomb approved. This is the iArval Post-it pad, and it does come in a variety of colors. And that's what I wanted to say real quick about this, is that while you're able to choose the color, yellow, like the traditional yellow, you can choose blue, green, or the red, which kind of looks more pink. The unit is the same. What's different is that the pad that you get is gimmicked in a way that you could gimmick any type of pad if you wanted to. So you receive that colored pad for the gimmick. And the gimmick doesn't just have to work with a Post-it pad. It just happens to be the size of a Post-it pad. And that's kind of how they're selling it, because it does work with a pad that has a secret section to put the impression device in. But it would work if you wanted to, because unfortunately right now the yellow ones are out of stock pretty much everywhere. And if you do want to get yellow, I'll just bring that one up. You can email me when available, click on that. They should be in shortly. But the color isn't the gimmick itself. I want to put it like that. And the other thing I wanted to mention about this is that you can also take the gimmick and put it like into your wallet. It's very small, it's very thin. I think they actually show it in the video, which I'm kind of torn on sometimes. But it's very disarming, and it works with any pin. You're not having to use, actually I shouldn't say that. I believe it includes the pin with it. It does come with the pin with it, so it shouldn't say any pin. That's wrong. And the other reason I want to talk about this is it works with both iOS and Android. iArvil Magic recently added their app to the Google Play Store as of about 2 weeks ago. That is a new thing. So now if you have an Android device, you can now download the iArvil app in the Google Play Store. And they will have that available for you now too. And that works with any of their devices. So this also does pair up with Peaksmith. So if you have a Peaksmith device or any of their line of things, this will also transmit the information there as well. So there is a lot to like about this. It is a small, portable impression device that happens in real time. And there you go. That is the Post-it pad from iArvil Magic. All right, so I definitely wanted to at least give you those extra details about that. So there we go. All right, that is it from me with the magic. It's now time to give you some magic. So let me go ahead and, because I do need to get ready and get myself on the road. So let me go ahead and put this here. There we go. All right, friends. So looking at it, I think we're going to end up, let me just refresh this too. We'll end up doing the giveaway now for the wallet, the $115 wallet. This is the Rebel wallet. Very nice wallet, beautiful leather, very slim, and allows you to do a very nice sign card to wallet with the envelope feature too. And again, I believe this is the smallest wallet with that feature. Do the gifted pin come with 4 pins? Or just, yeah, so the gifted pin, you get 2 black Bic pins and 2 blue Bic pins. So those are the 4 pins. And you do receive a gimmick that works with the black pin or the blue pins. You get 2 gimmicks, 1 blue, 1 black, and you get 4 pins, 2 black, 2 blue. Hopefully that helps you out. So there you go. All right. So let me go ahead, and we're caught up on the raffle tickets. Thank you to TJ Newton and Jeffrey Allen, our latest entries there. And I need to add Steve Zelke because he dropped us a few more stars there. So thank you, Steve Z, for that. All right, we'll drop you there and there. And then I need to go. Okie dokie. So, all right. Okay. And if you would like to check out any of the magic tricks from tonight's show or any of our hand-picked magic tricks from our Taco Tuesday shows, the link is in the chat. And yes, you can get the pins on Amazon for super cheap because, again, they are just regular Bic pins. So you can get more very cheap in quantity. And that's why they say you can also borrow the pin because they're 2 very common pins that you find out in the wild. So there you go. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and do our giveaway for our supporters. And again, thank you to all of the supporters for the donations over on, we got the Super Chat. Thank you again to Steve Timken for that. And over on Facebook and our raffle tickets. So thank you for that. Let's do it to it. Let's go. So I can go. And winner is Ken Havard, and I hope that I am pronouncing that right. Ken Havard. Mr. Ken, congratulations on being our winner tonight. Nice to see some new names popping up with some wins tonight on the show. So there we go, Mr. Ken. Let me give you the info real quick for you to contact us for your prize, a very nice prize that you picked up tonight, as a matter of fact. $115 Rebel wallet. So there we go. Ken, congratulations to you. We'll even give you one of these.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
All right, so don't miss out on the 1 week time that we put in place for all winners out there. That is what we have for you tonight, friends. Let's get that off the screen. Here we go. All right, cool. Well, friends, it is time for me to officially gear up, put on the suit, and head downtown and do some magic for some people I've enjoyed hanging out with you people tonight. Thank you for joining us tonight on another Taco Tuesday show. It means the world to me. The kind words that you share, the support that we see, and just you being here means the world to me and what we're doing over here. So thank you so much for your support out there, friends. And I am going to go ahead and scoot. And unfortunately, I won't be making it over to the lounge tonight. But I do want to say hello to my friends real quick. Sorry I can't join you, but I will be back on there sometime soon. I do have to hit the road. So much love to my friends in the chat over there. Alrighty, time for me to go. So my friends, have a great rest of your night. And I'll see you back here next Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern time to do it all over again. Steve Z, break a leg tonight. Luke Dance, thanks again. I appreciate you, Steve Z. Aloha, break a leg. Thank you, Carl Andrews. Nice to see you out there. Sweet dreams, everyone. I'm out of here. Spectre will be here, maybe. I don't know yet. I don't have an exact date. Much love, Ryan Garber. Thank you, Ken Dunn. Have fun at the gig tonight. See you next week. We'll see you next week. I will do my best to rock the gig. I'll do my best. Hungry and hungover. Good luck at your gig tonight, Luke. You're a legend. Make some memories. See y'all next Tuesday. Plans are, my friend. Much love, friends. Catch you guys next time.
Thank you, and good night.